All right, here we go. It's our herd hierarchy, the top 10 teams in the NFL. There's a lot of teams I like that did not make the cut, and here we go.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
This is I'll go with Arizona, but I thought they were lucky to beat Seattle and Buffalo. They were outplayed by both. So you get the win. I'm not giving you a ton of credit, but they are the number one total offense in the NFL. They've won 5 straight games with 30-plus points. They're 4-1 in that span. So it's an exhilarating offense. It's multi-dimensional. They can run, they can throw it, they can go deep, and I put them at number 10. The Ravens. Listen, the reality is they're missing a lot of good starters, and they are 0-6, trailing by 10-plus points. But they still have the number one scoring defense in the league, including Pittsburgh, and the number 2 rushing offense, and they're going to get healthier. So I don't think they're a Super Bowl team today, but they're still, in my opinion, a top 10 team. Put them at 9. Listen, Green Bay, to me, is a little overrated. They're very Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams dependent. They couldn't even get 80 rushing yards against the Jaguars. They're not a physical team. They're very limited. They've held opposing quarterbacks under 300 passing yards in every game this year. Some of it is you don't have to throw on them. But I think they're so good at running back, so good at quarterback, so good at wide receiver, and a couple of nice defensive players up front. But I do think they miss Blake Martinez, the linebacker. I do think you can run on them, but they have enough stars that they deserve to be at number 8. The Rams. By the way, how good is this secondary? I mean, Jalen Ramsey just took DK Metcalf out. They've got 2 good young safeties. They found another corner in the draft. They have never lost under Sean McVay when they lead at half. And they're the first team to hold Seattle to fewer than 27 points this season. Number 1 ranked defense and total defense in the NFC this year. This is not an offensive team. It is not. They're getting to the quarterback. They have the top corner, the top defensive lineman in the league, and I think they have the top secondary in the NFC. I put them at 7. But Miami beat them. And Miami's special teams are excellent. Their defense is excellent. In their 5-game winning streak, they're allowing 17 points a game. And I think if they played Seattle again, they'd beat them because now they've got Tua who doesn't make mistakes. They have the 5th best point differential in the NFL this year. I watched them go to Arizona and win and really outplay Arizona. And for stretches at least, bottle up Kyler Murray in stretches. Coaching, defense, special teams win in this league, especially around Thanksgiving and beyond. I've got them at 6. I'll take Buffalo because I do think their defense, which was a little bit of a mess for about a month, they now have 9 takeaways in the 4th quarter this season, most in the NFL. And I think their defense is kind of finding its way with a very good defensive coaching staff. They've forced 6 turnovers in the last couple of games. They outplayed Arizona. So they went on the road and they outplayed Arizona. Colin, Arizona beat Buffalo. If they played in Buffalo, Buffalo would win. If they played in a neutral field, Buffalo would win. A Hail Mary does not mean you're better. I think Buffalo is a really good team, and I think they've shored up some of their defensive issues. Tampa Bay. Now, why would I put them there? Well, they're the only team to win 3 games this year by 20-plus points. When they're on, they are really good. They've got 7 or 8 elite players. Only Kansas City can match their high-end talent. And now they've been inconsistent. But if you look at them last week, they flexed. They showed off against the Carolina team that'd been a tough out. Listen, they're 0-2 against the Saints. They're 7-1 against everybody else in football. It's a really good team. The Saints, I think they'll win with Jameis Winston. They're on a 6-game winning streak. That's the longest in the NFC. Alvin Kamara leads the NFL in scrimmage yards. Their defense was a little uneven early. I think they've played very good in the last couple of weeks. I don't think they'll take a major step back offensively with Jameis. I think they're going to be fine with Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. And listen, they have shelled Tampa twice. So I'm putting them over Tampa. Pittsburgh, only remaining undefeated team. Most sacks in the league, best sack differential. I don't think anybody denies it's the best front seven in the league. Their offense has been a little hit and miss. I did think blowing out Cincinnati was impressive. Cincinnati's got a win. They've been a little bit of an annoyance to some of the good teams. They totally dominated Tennessee Steelers at number 2. Kansas City, let's just not even argue. They have the number 1 point differential, and I think they would beat Pittsburgh if they played right now anywhere. Pittsburgh, Kansas City, neutral field. I think they've gotten everything right. I think their defense is top 5. I think their offense can play power smash mouth football. They can clearly go over the top. They're less reliant on Patrick Mahomes than they were even last year. I think from week 12 of last year, this is the best football team in the National Football League. And I think they have a chance if Mahomes stays standing up and they can re-sign some of these offensive linemen. I think you have a chance to have another dynasty off a dynasty. We get one about every 10 years. We may have back-to-backs from New England to Kansas City.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.